And we're off. Hello. What a great service. Aren't we getting good? Aren't we getting good at getting on? Doing. It's fabulous this morning. You could feel all of it, couldn't you? You could feel the love there this morning. It was absolutely fabulous. It was really, really good. The song, race song, just brilliant. And the lovely song we had, what a beautiful name. Good morning, good people. Again, if you've been with us for the 10 o'clock service and now 11 o'clock live. So good morning, Lynn Faulkner. I'm going to have a very long conversation with you. It's probably going to be later on today. So I'll text you beforehand. I've got some things bubbling around in my little head and they need to be run by you. Good morning, Barbara Gordon. Good morning, Lynn Sabin again. And good morning, Lynn Faulkner again. It's good to see you all. Here you all come. It's lovely, isn't it? Yes. Well, what am I going to say? Good morning, all you good people. Welcome to St. Paul's. Good morning, Pat. I see you again. I was just saying how lovely the service was. It's Sunday. It's already the 7th of February, 2021. It's 11 o'clock. We've just Zoomed and we've had a great Zoom. Even people that have been dialed in on the phone, that was just brilliant. And it's our Ellen Campbell. Good morning. And so it's been really, really, we're proper getting used to that now. So look out. We're going to have a Zoom service on Ash Wednesday. We haven't got the fine details of that yet, but we're definitely going to Zoom an Ash Wednesday service. And that's it. It's all right. Something going off in my kitchen. Oh, no, football. Sorry. Just need to make sure I don't need to be part of that conversation. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock and here we are again, chin wagging, conflabbing, a connection of sorts through our phones and iPads, and it's all good stuff, isn't it? All this modern technology, who would have thought it, eh? Doing what we did at 10 o'clock this morning, and now here we are connecting through bits of metal. But as I've already said, God's much bigger than that. And he can connect through anything, through bits of phone, bits of lapis, bits of iPad. Is an amazing God. And excellent sermon by Pauline this morning. Created by him and for him. And we just lose that sometimes, don't we? Good morning, Tracy Orty and Linda Pagetto. It's very good to see you both. So, created by him and for him. So those of you who have managed to Zoom, well done. Good morning, Margaret Bowler. Whether that's either by email or telephone. Now, Lynn Faulkner tells me it's very easy to dial into the service. You can't see people's faces clearly, you can't, but you can listen to the service, and I have it on good authority, Lynn Faulkner's good authority, that it's very easy to connect, and so have a go, and Pat is your lady. If you want an email to get onto the Zoom service or find out how you ring in, Pat's your lady. Good morning, Marion Barlow. And what are you saying, Pat? Pat, more people this morning, but have to go back to count. Lovely to see Linda and Lee. Absolutely. It was lovely to see everybody. And for people to be on their phone as well. Thank you, folks. Thank you for hanging on in there with us and connecting. It's important, isn't it, to hear those familiar voices. So for those of you who managed to Zoom, either by email or telephone, don't forget that the services are also on the website. So if you can't manage to do either of those, but you've got a laptop or a phone that will take you to the website, you can go on there and, seeing as though we're so very clever, we're actually going to have a real good go about getting those Zoom services onto Facebook as well. How wonderful would that be? So that's great. So here's Pat Luck with her email and with her mobile. Okay, so you want any information about the services, how to do them, Pat's your lady. What telly have you been watching then? Because I'm sure we've all watched much more telly than is good for us. But I've been really enjoying The Masked Singer. You're very welcome, Catherine Mann. Very welcome. And it's you just keep on getting those emails from Pat Sprout, and we'll look at being together on that Ash Wednesday and thinking about how we're going to do that and how we're going to make it meaningful. Because that was meaningful this morning, wasn't it? Anyway, Masked Singer on a Saturday night. Do you like it? I love it. You know, anything to do with singing me, bit of light entertainment. I love it, guessing. And then guess what? I even guessed that it was Gabrielle last night. So good, I'm glad you put it in your diary, Catherine, that's great. So it's just a bit of light entertainment, isn't it? And the last couple of weeks, it's been really fun. And you know, Pete and I have very different viewing opinions about what is good. So, very good, Pat, yeah. And so, yeah, so he's even sat down a couple of weeks with me, even though he doesn't really do all that kind of thing. But it was fun, actually, having a guess who had never got the lady who got the LGBT stripe, never got her, never would have thought about her in a million years, but she's part of that group, isn't it? So as I say, we've sat and watched it and we've had a little guess, and I guessed last night that it was Gabrielle. She's very distinct, isn't she? She's got that beautiful voice, which is just so rich and so emotional, isn't it, as well? So, yeah, clever me. It's Gabrielle, I said, and there she was. It was Gabrielle. But I didn't get the other. Sue Perkins, I think the other lady was. Great British Bake Off. Yeah, that's her. So I think, although he wasn't giving anything away, I think that Robin's Aston Marigold even. Aston Marigold. He's from JLS a good while back. I'm just wondering. So we'll see. Tune in next Saturday and see. Because all's going to be revealed next week. It's actually the final next week. So in a world now where wearing a mask has become a must, hasn't it? And hand sanitizer is our best friend. Have you got little bottles all over the place? I've got masks, and in fact I've just sorted through my handbag this morning and my pockets because they need a little wash. Because really you should be washing them every day, shouldn't you? But I haven't done that. And when I use the blue ones, though, I do throw them away. I do get rid of them during the day. But anyway, masks and hand sanitizers, our best friends. Oh my, we really are badly in need of some light entertainment, aren't we? And of course, on The Masked Singer, they're amazing masks, aren't they? Because they're to mask the people so you can't guess for one moment who they are. Our masks, of course, and our hand sanitizer have become our best friends, and they're a necessity, aren't they? It's a bit of a pain, though, isn't it? Because it's much harder to have a conversation with people now, isn't it? I don't always hear people when I'm out with the dog or out with the little boy. I'm like, I don't always hear an answer from people when I say good morning because of their mask. And I can't always give my order over clearly in the bread and the greengrocer shops because and I find myself holding my mask out. Do you do that? So they can understand me. And sometimes I even hold the mask out when I'm trying to think about what they're saying back to me because I can't do it. I just can't do it. So it's a bit of a trial and it's a bit of an error. Oh, Line of Duty's back. Yes, we'll catch up with that. I did like it. Apparently it's going to have a whole new twist again, isn't it? More twists and turns than a roller coaster, that Line of Duty. Did you watch The Drowning as well? I always think they have... I mean, that was a better end than ones I've seen previously, but... dear. I think they run out of steam sometimes, don't you? This is my other mug. Still got the little stay safe on though, but it's a rainbow this time. It's very lovely. This is to match my other one. Yeah. Eileen says, I wonder if you would guess my singing if I had my mask on. Your voice is so beautiful, Eileen. How could we not know it was you? No, really. You do sing well. You do sing well. Yeah. Are you? Oh, you're going to watch it. Oh, so, I've spoilt it all then, haven't I? I'm sorry about that. But it is good. It's a bit of good light entertainment. Yeah, because you sit, don't you, through all those evenings, 3 and 4 evenings, Linda Bichetto, and, you think, really? Really? It's like that, The Fall. The Fall, I thought, are you having a laugh? What's all that about? So, anyway, it's much harder to have a conversation with people. It's much harder to hear their response. Did they really say good morning? If we don't want to speak, we don't have to, do we? We can hide. We're safe behind our masks, shielded from all the world and its problems. As if we're not, though, are we? Not at all. Stuff, in inverted commas, happens to all of us, doesn't it? Myself included. You see, Linda Bichetto, I've only watched the first one of that. I found it all a bit, that's a bit violent. But they're all a bit violent, aren't they? There's not much to choose between them, to be fair. But I might catch up. It's something a bit weird, that, isn't it? Anyway, stuff happens to us and to our family members. And sometimes that's even tougher, isn't it? When it's happening to our family members and our friends. And the world keeps turning and the news keeps coming and we have to decide what is truth and what is fake. Oh, that's a full-time job, is it not? Indeed. What's truth and what's fake in the world. And amongst all that, how hard can it be to be ourselves? As a Christian, I look to who I am in Jesus, and that for me is what it means to have a relationship with him, to find out who I am in him. And when we choose that relationship to actually say, yes, I want you in my life, I want you to be my friend, then people think that we may lose who we are. But actually, nothing could be further from the truth. We actually find our true selves. Now, that can be an uncomfortable relationship at times, as relationships often are. At times, because it wants to seek to get rid of that dross. You know, that gunk that comes when you're trying to refine gold. Jeff talked about it last week in his sermon. I know that because I wrote it down. And we're going to write it down. It stays with me. That's why I think it's important to always write things down for me. And then I can go back. Because I'm not that excellent at actually thinking about things on my feet. But I have to go away and I have to reflect on them. And then I come back and I think, it's like, what else? Birthed in prayer this morning. All of our work has to be birthed in prayer. So what happens to me, folks? I birth something here in my heart. right? And it all sounds and feels wonderful. I have this idea. I think, yes, we're going to go with this. This is excellent. But what has to happen is I think it out loud. I listen to what other people are saying. And then my head catches up with my heart. So we marry the two together because that's what we need to do, isn't it? And sometimes that can be really difficult, can't it? So, yeah. So when God's getting rid of all that dross, because you know gold has to be at that refiner's fire moment, doesn't it? Ooh, I'm good, thank you. I love this boy, you know. He's just fabulous to me. I'm Malawi. He's just fab. I just love him to bits. So I've got coffee and now I've got tea. It's a bit of a boring mug though, but never mind. Almost matches my cardigan, so he'll be forgiven. Indeed. Yeah, so that dross. So when gold's in the refiner's fire, because that's what refiner's fire, my heart, I'm trying to think where that's from. It's in the Old Testament. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. I didn't write that down. But we're heated to such, so it is uncomfortable sometimes, isn't it? We're heated to such a degree that actually what Jesus is hoping for is pure and holy, giving glory to the King of Kings. That's one of the beautiful songs. So is moulding us and shaping us into something beautiful. You know, he's the potter and he's moulding us as the clay into something wonderful. And Jesus wants to do that for each one of us. He wants to rid us of all that that's not helpful to us. God has given us the greatest blessing of all. When he sent Jesus, so Jesus is God with skin on, he sent Jesus to reveal himself to us. So I'm following on what I didn't know, because I wrote this earlier, following on from what Pauline was saying this morning about if you've seen Jesus, you've seen the Father. And if you've seen the Father, you have seen Jesus, because they're one and the same. So when God sent his son Jesus to reveal himself to us, then he wants us to do the same, doesn't he? He wants us to reveal all that we've shoved down. That actually even our closest family member, our significant other, won't know about it. But God knows. But he wants us to reveal our true selves, to stop hiding behind those imaginary masks now and begin our journey of self-discovery. So we're not defined by what we do. So the roles that we play, mother, sister, father, son, auntie, uncle, godparent, etc. In my case, I have a vicar's wife. I thought that was quite funny, actually. So, you know, when we went on holiday and we bought photographs back and I was showing them round church, I said, here is the vicar. And Pete was next to me, obviously, in the photograph, and here is the vicar's wife. Because sometimes people don't think that that to be a woman, you can be a vicar still. And here I am. I am living proof that this is so. So lots of times I've heard, not now, but in the early days, certainly in the even just the early 80s even, when I came back to rekindle my relationship with Jesus, often the men were in the dominant roles and the little wife is what everybody thought she was, even if she wasn't. She was often called the vicar's wife. Now, I do say to people when I introduce Pete, this is Pete. I don't say this is my husband. I say this is Pete, my husband, because first and foremost he's Pete, isn't he? You know, so that's the right thing to do. So we mustn't allow roles to define who we are. You know, for a long time I thought that I could only be a mother to Hayley and Kelly. And I was well into my early 30s, part of my revealing when I rekindled my relationship at 32 with Jesus. I can be so much more than that. Of course they're important. Of course they are. So once we allow Jesus into our lives, we need him in our lives. We do. I speak from experience. My life is richer, better, finer. It's not without its strife, but there you go. That's Jesus is there within the strife. So start talking to him. Start building that relationship. And if you've not done that for a while, do what I did and rekindle your relationship with him. Because it's important. If we get that relationship right with God, right, and with Jesus, his son, then we will have that relationship that helps us to be, as I've said before, the best version that we can be. Not only will we be the best that we can be, but we'll have a peace within us that leads to joy and that leads to love. And so the love that we have for Jesus then is, what's the word of the moment? Cascades out of us, down, 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 so that we can fill other people with that that wonderful. We can share our relationship and help people to see how much better their life can be having a relationship with Jesus. So after the Mass singer, you can see what I do with my Saturday evenings. After the Mass singer, there is the voice. Again, right up my street, yes. And it will come as no surprise to you that know me well. You know, I love to sing. I was singing my heart out this morning on the Zooms. I was muted, so that's good. And if you haven't seen it, it's 4 famous singers, so you want to go and have a look at it. And they're choosing people who they believe have the best potential to be the great singers. So you can't see them. They've got the backs to the singer. And then they think, oh, they're a bit good, aren't they? We can coach them to bring out the best in them. So they're allowed to choose. Sometimes they all 4 turn round. Sometimes it's just 1. But they're allowed to choose which coach to go with if more than 1 turn round. And that coach is going to bring out the best, so that the best of the best win the competition. See, there's nothing as scary as that with Jesus. Yes, we do have to step into the light. Of course we do. We have to show people that we have the light of the world, that we are following the light of the world, and we too can shine our lights in the world. So we step into the light, just like those Mass singers and those people on The Voice do, you know, ping, big lights, there I am. It's not a light though, the Jesus light, where we can gain glory for ourselves. This is a light that will bring glory to Jesus as we allow him to remove our masks and help us to find our very own voices, our very own identity, who we are in him. It is Jesus we will give the glory to. And us, in our turn, will be used for his glory. So the thought I want to leave you with today. So, under those invisible masks, who are we? Really? And will we allow Jesus to see? Will you allow Jesus to see the real you? He knows who you are anyway. He knows every hair on your head. He knit you together in your mother's womb. He loves you. He wants you to love him back. I know. Tom Jones, he's got such a great voice, hasn't he? But they're all good singers on there. I love will.i.am. I think he's such a humble man. I really do. I have a lot of time. He is so kind, and he's just, you know, he's just great. I like them all. I think, you know, they can all sing. They're all great. It's so good. So, I've got some coffee left. I'm going to have another slurp. That's my very nice new mug. So, Pauline this morning had her passage the passage that was read from Colossians, so Paul's letter to the people at Colossae, right? She had it in the Message version, and as they said, you can Google 1,001 different versions and have a look, see which one speaks to you. Funnily enough, I have a Romans verse for you this morning, and that's from the Message too. And it tells us that the word that saves is right here, as near as the tongue in your mouth, as close as the heart in your chest. It's the word of faith that welcomes God to go to work and set things right for us, and I'd like to add within us as well. So, vaccinations are out. They're galloping along, aren't they, with all of those? But until we're all done and dusted, still wise to stay home, stay safe, and stay well. And if you can ever get to see Tom Jones, we have it on good authority. He's amazing. He is amazing. Totally amazing. Catastrophe in the kitchen. Let them get on with it. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and all those that you love and care for, but maybe cannot see at this moment in time. The Lord be gracious to you and give you his peace. And we ask for this blessing in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Amen. Stay safe, good people. Get to see Tom Jones if you can. Philip and Pauline, right? They are truly heaven sent. They are God sends. They really are. I think you're totally right, Eileen. Totally right. You're very welcome, Sharon. It's good to see you this morning. It's good to see lots of people. There were loads, weren't they? Loads. Good on you, Tracy. How's the packing going, Tracy? Well, actually, for me, you see, although I really love Tom Jones and think he's great, Philip definitely has the edge. Definitely. Because I have a closer relationship with Philip than I do with Tom Jones. It's very nice. Oh, Barbara Gordon can't stand Tom Jones. Hello, Emily Buttermoney. Hope I said that right. Good to see you. What beautiful babies you've got. Thank you. Peace be with you too, my darling Eileen. "80 years old. Oh, cool. Bernard looks good though, doesn't he? For his 90, I think he's 92 now, or he's heading that way. He is. I'm sure he must be 92 because it must have been more than, it might even be more than that. When did we have that little party for him in church? Oh, that was brilliant. We'll get back to those times. Probably not in a way that we like it. Always, when we do things, we've always got to be thinking about keeping us all, you all safe. So whatever we do, whatever we come up with, right, we need to make sure that we're all safe still. Yeah. Ooh, And he's had his vaccine as well. Well, there you go. Good on you, Tom. That's what I say. Oh, thank you, Emily. It's good to see you on here. I hope you're all well. I hope everybody's receiving their newsletters, those ladies and that gentleman, I might add. So there's Paula, there's Kathy, Jeff, and we mustn't forget the wonderful Linda Buschetto, because she's the one that does all the photocopying. She quietly goes into church and she photocopies in the vestry, and then they're all out. So if anyone's got any contributions that they'd like to make, this is church and community working together, then please do. Contact me, contact Pat, just pop it through my door and I'll make sure it gets to the relevant Kathy and Paula. Swap now to a warmer cup. First a coffee, now a tea. That's very interesting concoction. Oh, you meant Bernard. You're very welcome, Marion. Very welcome. Good to see you on here. Pete's halting bottles on the little bar that we've got.
That one for dinner when? I bought a red. Do you want that one for dinner?
If you want.
Like
Save that one for next week.
No,
Sorry, folks. I've got double conversation going on now.
Got another 3. I got some from Marks and Spencer's, didn't I?
Do you need more cards? I will see if Holly will do some more. Yes, darling, we will have some more cards, Lucy. Thank you. I'm going to have a conversation with school and see if any of the... No, you can't do that while I'm on there. No. No.
I pour wine in it now, though, don't I? No, okay.
So, yes, please, Lucy, for the Easter cards. I thought that was for cleaning it. Anyway,
Put it inside,
Easter cards. No, not at all. Yes, please, Lucy. Anyway.
I'll get another one out.
I know you do. I know you do, Linda, because Kathy always says, oh dear, I'm concerned. I said, don't be concerned, because she loves it. She loves every moment of being in that building, and she's very blessed when she's in there. Oh, that's an idea. Yes. Can you bring them to my front door, June? And then I can pop them round to Kathy. And we can get them out, can't we, with the newsletter? That makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Yes. Yeah. Very good. Very good. It's been a great morning, hasn't it? A great morning. And you just have to go away now and think about who you are in Jesus, don't you? That's what, which part of the elephant are you? That was the other thing, wasn't it? Which part of the elephant are you? Because we're all in this together, aren't we? Take good care, good people. And peel your potatoes. And I'll see you Wednesday at 11. Okay? I will. Wednesday at 11 o'clock, live here. Be here or be square, as it were. Yeah, that would be lovely, June. Thank you. And then I can pop them round to Kathy's and we can slip them in. And we must remember Jeff as well, because Jeff's little stalwart. And take good care, good people. Enjoy your day, whatever it is you choose to do. Enjoy the Masked Singer. You will enjoy it. I think it's a great bit of not thinking, kind of. Oh, Mohammed! Mwah! So good to see you on here. Bless you both. Bless you both. I'm sure you're chomping at the bit to be able to get back into your shop and do all your lovely, lovely food. Just fabulous. It's good to see you all. Good to see you all. A very good morning to you, Mohammed. Very good morning to you both. It's very good to see you. I'm glad you've been able to click. If you go onto the website, Mohammed, you will be able to pick up some Paul's services. That may be a good way around it. And we're still going to think about, aren't we, Pat, getting all these services onto Facebook as well. We really need someone with some know-how to be able to do that. Mohammed and Sarah, that's it. Comes to me now. And your other couple as well. I think that was pray for you as well. It's good. It's good to pray when we can think of nothing else. Let's pray. Let's birth all that we've got to birth in prayer. I love it. I love that. Really good. Well, we've had a great morning, haven't we? It's been fab. So what we have to do, you see, is hang on to them, which is why it's important to make little notes for yourself, I think. Just keeps me going. It does. Because that helps me to listen as well. I don't know whether that's the same for you, but it helps me to listen as I write things down. It does. And knowing that we can do nothing without the head as well. Can we? We can't be headless people. Oh yeah, watch that, Linda. Yeah, I thought that was definitely one of the better ones, wasn't it? And he, you know, he was very, very horrible, wasn't he? Bless. True story as well, apparently. Even though a lot of the dialogue was imagined, it did actually happen, didn't it? For all those hikers and stuff. Bless. So, what we got for lunch then? Anybody? Someone? Are you still there, Lynn Faulkner? What might you have? Always intrigued because she does lovely meals, does Lynn? Lovely meals. Okay. Oh, only you and Maya. Oh, okay. So you've no idea. Have you had breakfast though? Oh, shepherd's pie. So I think I remember that you don't like butternut squash, so that won't be your topping. Will you have a potato topping? Our Kelly does sweet potato topping, but I know you don't like butternut squash. Have you got the same feeling about sweet potato? I quite like sweet potatoes myself. Lots of things that you can do with them, isn't there? They're just as versatile. Oh, bless. Oh, good for you. Good for you. I've been up a very long time, but that's just because I do. You know, I just need to get out of bed. I'm no good. Oh, potato and cheese. Very good. Oh, yeah. So will you make it with corn? Then will it be corn pieces? Intrigued by these vegetarian meals. I used to do a lot of them because Callie went through a phase when she was a teenager, and so I used to do a lot of things. What a perfect example of not being able to move, Lucy. The kitten's asleep on you, so you can't move. That's good as excuse as any, I reckon, don't you? Good as excuse as any. Bless. And why not? Have you got a telly in your room? We've got a telly. I don't watch telly in bed. I can't do that either. I can't. I just can't do it. Pete likes to go up because when his back's hurting, he goes and lies down and he watches many black and white films. Doesn't watch The Masked Singer. Ooh, corn veg and red wine sauce. Yes. Now, you see, I could do that. I could do that because corn's come a long way, hasn't it? Do lots of things with it now. Yeah. You're just rolling with it. Well, why not? Just roll with it. If there's anything you got to catch up on your phone, catch up on it, and hey-ho. Nothing spoiling, is there? I saw something on social media the other day and the two bears. So what are you doing today? I'm doing nothing. I thought you did nothing yesterday. Yeah, I didn't finish it. Thought that was very good. Bless. There we go. Okay, good people. I'm going to let you go. Else we're going to be here all day, aren't we? Rabbiting away. Me chinwagging and conflabbing. You making lovely comments. It's just great. That's going to be telling. 2 drinks in half an hour. It's all good stuff then. It is. All good stuff. Great to be with you this morning. Do put that date in your diary, 17th of March. We're Zooming a Lent. That's what we're doing. No, we're not Zooming a Lent. We're actually Zooming an Ash Wednesday, 7 o'clock on the 17th of March. And we'll all gather together. So for that night, Bible studies will come together as well. And then we'll get people. Finer details haven't been sorted yet, but obviously it will be some kind of penance service as we bring all that we are. We've had the pancakes, haven't we? You know, we've done all that, and then we've got to then we've got rid of all the food because that's where it comes from, isn't it? The Old Testament, we munched everything up. They did. They had to eat everything. But oh yeah, 17th of February. Silly woman. 17th of February. It's a good job you're listening, Lynn Faulkner. Good job you're taking note. So, thank you, darling. There's not much of a rest going on, but thank you, Ellen. And thank you. So it's not the 17th of March, like I've said. 17th of February, it's 7 o'clock. Okay. Love you lots, good people. Enjoy your lunches. Take good care, Ellen. Our Ellen. Have a lovely rest of the day, and you too. All of you. 11 o'clock, Wednesday. See you here. Should you press your buttons. God bless everyone.